We'll do it live. 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 Oh. Oh. Hey, Leanne. Hi. Life is life. Live is life. Live is life. Life is live. Hi, guys. I just got back from this truck. What an odyssey. What an odyssey. What a terrible day. I know. This is a terrible week. It's a terrible week. Yeah, I'm back. Lucky missed me. Yeah, Ham's calling. So warn me when we've got like 5 minutes to go, because my phone's over there charging. Hey, chez Sistons, les chez Sistons. Yeah, I'm a little tired. It's weird being like one of the kinder people on this chain said, I want to watch an old guy walk around the park. Oh well. Mama always said there'd be days like this. How's it go? No one loves me but my mother. And even she's not. Let me see what that says. Christian Mays. I sold GT and finger loss. I'm done with those plays. Good luck, everyone. It's a long shot. Wall Street always wins. Well, Christian Mays, good job. You made a decision, and I'm not gonna sell, but there's no question this kind of Aholian theft and criminality destroys stocks, and it destroys the backbone of these stocks. So I'm not optimistic that you're going to get a rocket right back up. There's damage done. On the other hand, did this stop? I don't know. There, it's okay. All right, smoke screen. Thank you for not smoke screen. It is extremely frustrating. I can't, why would you wait for the bottom to sell? I'm holding. Well, I wish I had some money to buy. Exactly. But now, Alan Taylor, just remember that there's two sides of getting out of Cosmo and buying in. I don't know which one you're talking about, GTII. Right now it's $1.01. But as soon as it's December, these guys won't have the incentive, either at the prime broker or the criminals won't have the incentive to keep the portfolio down, and they can let it go. Also, even though someone laughed at me, once you're in December 1, you cannot play the tax loss game of selling in November and buying back at the end of December. Oh, hilarious. That's just like AMC last year. Well, yeah, the tax laws don't change. Hey, Eric Archer. How are the oil fields of West Texas? See, the thing I want to do, if I have enough money from these stocks, I'd like to start an oil, 98 cents. Wow, you got your average down from 7 smackers to under 4? That's huge. It's huge. I know, Christian, it's all just like AMC. I have no idea what happened with AMC. GTII, to me, it's just like GTII for the whole 2 years. And or not February. I mean, it's almost 2 years, 20 months, 22 months. I know. Shay says, Stance, I react because I keep, hey, Alicia, what a ray of sunshine. I react just out of frustration, but I understand. I mean, GTII has been, to my memory, I could have sold, obviously I could have sold up at 4, but ignoring that, I could have sold it something like 225, 250 all day long, and they drove it down to 50 or 60 cents. And then it ran back up to, I want to say it got to 2, and I could have sold it all day long at 150, 170 range for a long time. And then they sold it down to, I don't know, can't remember, 50 or 60. And then then it rallied back up, not as high. It rallied up to like maybe 160, 170, and you had a week or two to get out at 150. And then they drove it down to 40 cents. And then this recent one's up to 9. And we all could have, we had all day long to get out at 7, 6, 5. But that's woulda, shoulda, coulda. That's woulda, shoulda, coulda. Yeah, exactly. And I didn't get in this to trade, although I would love to be, Cosmo, yeah, well, I would love to be able to buy more. I don't know, McUltra, I don't know. Why, tell me why it's going to squeeze. I just don't know. Yeah, Philip. I just hope GTII is not $5 then. Because it could be. That's the thing. You're never going to get it exactly right. What time? How much time do we have till Ham's call? Cosmo, up. Yeah. On GTII, did retailers sell? Yeah, 3:30. What time is it? Is it almost 3:30? Here, let me see if I can see what time it is. I can't see what time it is. Does anybody know what time it is? Does anyone really care? 8 minutes. Okay. 7 minutes. Okay. 2 minutes. I'm going to go get my phone. It's charging over there, so it doesn't run out. And we can listen. 3:23. Okay. So I'm going to give it 2 minutes. The guy with the truck who said that he was there in the morning, and then in the afternoon when I went back there, I'm waiting for him. He said he was there. He was in a good spot. He was in an excellent spot for traffic and for, some of the buildings that overlook North Capitol and near the Congress. But he wasn't in front of, yeah, okay, 6 minutes, thank you. I might go right now and go get it. I'm going to go right now. Oh, I like everybody. You know what's great? You know what's great about you guys? there's so many good people. For all those jerks, there's so many good people amongst you. And it's really, it restores one's faith in God's creation.
Welcome, and thank you for choosing free conference call.
All right, here we go.
Muted.
Here we go. Yeah, I'm worn out. We need some ham hopium. That's right, Keith, we do. OTC pimping. Yeah, high ceilings. Sometimes when I'm full of myself, I float up there. It's like I told the cab driver, I'm a big shot. He wasn't impressed. He wasn't impressed with me. I'm a GGD person. I don't know what a GG... I don't know. Well, it's good, I guess. No next. That's like that Steve Martin line. How does he say? He likes a woman with a good head on her shoulders, but no neck. I did go out. It was a different driver, and I will tell you, it was in front of the Washington Post a long time, and I told him to wait another hour. So I went. I had coffee with you, and I think that was really good because that was K Street. That's the main avenue of everyone who's important. Yeah, I should start exercising again. Why isn't anything happening here? Well, I guess it's because there's still 3 minutes. I know, I hold it, Joey Face. And I'm just trying to think what makes it go back up dramatically. And I think it'll be that the selling will stop December 1, this horrific selling of fake shares. But there'll be news
coming. All right, everybody. Another day of fun in the sun. Again, I can't stop the attacks. This is not the buy and sell. And we're just going to go through the facts and just keep going on. And what's going to happen here, we just keep going on. And that's all we can do. Just to recap here for a second. People keep coming back to the upstream. Upstream is a real exchange. It takes 6 months to get listed on the NASDAQ. It takes 4 to 5 or 6 weeks to get listed on upstream. I called, I yelled, they yelled back at me. It's an exchange. We have to go through the process. They're going to do everything possible to help us along, but it's not, it's an exchange. They have to do what they have to do. It's their business. It's not our business to hurry and get something slammed onto an exchange so that we can get a dividend to fight the crooks as fast as we can. It's out of all our hands. CRTV filed 8 or 10 days before GTII, and they're waiting also. So you can't prove everybody. You just can't. I don't know how to do it. I reached out. I did everything I could possible. They know who we are. Trust me, they know who we are. And they're going to do everything possible to help us out. But it goes through a process. It's not a criminal organization. They have a process you have to go through. So please stop asking me. And it's a public. It's a private company, but it's offshore. It's an exchange. Okay. Next thing is the audit with 1-800 law firm. People keep asking me when is it coming out. Everyone on this call up an auditor and ask them how fast they can do an audit. They go through the paperwork. They have to verify all the numbers and then submit it to GTI, a public company who's going to submit it to the government. If they sign off on it, that means they verified it, and everything is real and everything is accurate, but whatever they have. They take their time. The CEO of 1-800 can't force the issue. GTI can't force the issue. Nobody can. It's the auditors. When is it going to be done? No one knows. Even the guy from the 800 deal doesn't know. When it popped out, he said it would be before the end of the year. The date is disappearing. Now, what happened? Why did all three stocks, even Finger Motion, all been attacked at the same time? Okay? Does anyone think it's strange? It's the end of the month. Someone's trying to mark them down from all these horrendous losses that they had on the upside. They're trying to mark them down for the end of the quarter. All right? I can't stop the attacks. You can see the attacks. There's nobody selling the stock. These guys have been hitting it all day. Okay, between my friends who bought $1 million and my friends bought $900,000 today of GTII. That's a lot of stock, and they whacked every bid as fast as we could put them in. Okay, they're still buying. I don't control that, but these are numbers that were reported back to me by very strong people. Okay, people are buying the shit out of it, and these guys keep selling it lower. It's the Kramer discount. That's what I call it. It's been going on a lot. The last time they did these attacks, they drove it down to 60 cents, and then it went to $9. That's a fact. Everyone that's here, most people can verify that and see it. It's happened. Okay? Remember, everything they sell, they have to buy it back. It's not like everything they sold before, it just disappears. It's all here. Okay? The brokerage firms, I don't know how they're still standing. There's people behind this. It's not just the Kramers anymore. I don't believe the Kramers are really controlling this ship anymore. I think they've got pulled out by their hair. The brokerage firms, now though they have a problem. Wells Fargo is giving people a tough time about buying the stock for a reason. They didn't throw a dart and say, hey, let's not let people buy GTI. There's a huge problem. But Wells Fargo isn't a big player in the name because not many people have accounts there. The people that do have accounts have all called up and made complaints. One guy spoke to the COO, gentleman, a shareholder from Long Island, and they all reported it, and he had no idea it was on a restricted list. Okay? So the pressure is mounting all over the place, and the attacks tell me that there's something major going on. I have no idea what it is. It could be that Wells Fargo now knows they have millions and millions of sales to deliver, and the clients aren't reaching. They're trying to reach out to the clients to get delivery, and there's no answer at the phone. That's usually the sign of death. Okay, when no one answers the phone, that's when not their prime broker, Wells Fargo would be the first person because they're a clearing agent. Someone sold stock through them, and now they owe everybody the stock, and they're not getting delivery. So that could be the problem. I don't have access to what the inner workings of Wells Fargo's are, but plenty of people have filed a complaint and basically sent the information to the public company, and they'll further it to their attorneys and see what they can do with that. Again, there's been a guy named on Twitter saying something. He's been calling up trying to buy restricted shares. I don't know anybody who calls up people to buy restricted shares from people in a public company. He's been called for 2.5 weeks. His name is up on Twitter, and that guy is up front for the shorts. The only people that would buy restricted shares are the shorts. And so he's working for them. We got his name, his number, and that also is attached to the attorney. Again, we talk about the attacks all three at the same time. That's equivalent like of UNH, IBM, and Exxon. 3 different companies all being attacked at the same time. Usually when the market goes down, one of these kind of crazy stocks will go up, and we saw that recently where UNH went up by 30 points when the market was crashing. So they're all different parts of the economy. So these are 3 different stocks. They don't have nothing to do with each other. Yet they've all been sold off like a reckless abandon to try to knock it down. Okay, so there's a motive behind it. I don't know what it is, but we can all see it. And, again, everything they sold has to be bought back. The selling in the stock today has been brutal. There's been tons of washing of trades at the low. I always told you that. A lot of these trades are fake in the stock today. I can confirm at least 2 million shares being bought, 1.9. So I'll just basically say about 2.6 million, 2.8 million should be real volume. And there's another million shares that is completely fraudulent, trying to show 4 million shares in volume. That's not what happened. If you look at the stock, it's doing nothing after the morning attack. Again, if you look at it, just remember what you saw yesterday. It's the same thing. In the morning, GTSM is a market maker that is used by offshore funds to sell naked short. How do we know that? Many market makers and people that know the game said that GTSM is the favorite for these guys. Every morning they come in and they sell it at the market. Every day. That's what they're doing. But all they're doing is doing this whole thing is to try to get you to sell. And then they hope that at the end of the day, they can come in and scoop up some people. And I don't even see anybody selling. The stocks are not even trading. They're sitting here doing nothing. And if you look at it, every time you take an offer, there's another offer in a second. These are the same trades going back and forth. They're washing stock back and forth to create volume. I posted it 1,000 times. Volume is misleading and it's fraudulent. They always do it at a low point, and they start crossing it to show people that, hey, they're sellers, they're crossing big pieces. Again, someone bids for 50,000, they hit it in a second. You can't even hit the sell button that fast when you see someone come up for 50,000 if you wanted to sell it. Yet they cross it in 1 second. It always happens. This is something we can't control. The market makers are stooges for the hedge funds that are doing this stuff. The market makers in the stocks are all poor firms. They're here to make a daily pay and run along. That's what they all do, the same thing. All right. Again, one of the things I posted before, one of our shareholders, enforcement agent, lawyers, and he wanted the data on Finger. He's a big holder of Finger, and he's got through to them, and he's had a call. He's on them for 40 minutes. I haven't touched base with him in the last 10, but he wanted the data. He had them all on the call, and he was presenting it to them, and hopefully that goes well, and they're going to start looking into that stock. He's an old Lehman guy. He understands the market, and he's sharp as a tack, and that's the type of guy who can tell the story, and he's on there working with, like I said, fingers and enforcement. Just to change it again, down in D.C., the truck is in front of the SEC, Washington Post, and I believe Laura Ingram's office, wherever that is in D.C., and it looks like it was sponsored by the short sellers, thanking the SEC for allowing the protection so that they can steal from American investors. So it's very nice of them to put their own little sign out there today, and to smack us all in the face. They're telling the regulators, thank you very much for the protection. Okay? Most people don't realize this, but people that do stuff like this, we're calling out to the police, asking for help, begging for help. The regulators in D.C. look the other way. Some people on Twitter say I'm a moron for helping to get the truck out there that's bringing us enemies. Well, anyone who would write that has no idea. They've been attacking for years. Okay? It helps people in every stock that's out here. So many of these small companies are being attacked unfairly. And people bring in big volume into these names, and they're standing around in mud until they move up a little bit, and then they smack you back down. So I believe that the people at GTII and everybody here are doing a great service to help everyone in all these other stocks. We don't guarantee returns. We don't guarantee you profits. We're not here to sit there and say, hey, buy the stock at $1, you can sell it in 5 and 3 days. This is a big civil war. These guys have been looting for 20, 30 years, 35 years. Everybody knows about it. For those who just jumped on board, this is going on a long time. This is going to save your ass, save your kids' ass, or your future asses. We're not doing this for fun. Okay, we don't have to sit here all day and babysit a stock so that you can make $0.50. All right? We don't go around. I'm not jumping around. I've been here for 2 years in the same stock. Finger motion, I've been here 4 years. I don't jump around. I'm not sitting here. CRTV came around because it's an interesting thing, and the people that have deep, deep pockets are behind it. And I just thought there was an opportunity for people not to make $1 in it, not to make 50 cents in it, but to make $20 in it as a fundamental play, because the people behind it took out all the crooks that were short the stock, all the debenture guys, and they're all gone. Now it's in strong hands. And the strong hands have it, and the debenture guy is Lynn Partners, and they're short the stock, and they're trying to knock it down. That's why this CRTD is here. Again, these guys, the management, the CEO, and he's showing you that he's fighting for you. GTI has more news on the tape than I've ever seen before. They can't give up their 7 seconds. No company can do that. Every time the stock trades, I told you, everyone 1,000 times, a short seller hits his sell button. A public company has to get lawyers, filings, approvals, board of director meetings, everything, just to do anything to put out. They just sit there, they don't sit around with a crayon, hey, put a press release, someone sold 50,000 shares, tell everybody what's going on. They don't care. They can't do anything about it. They're doing everything possible. If you don't think it's true, go look at the other companies you invested in and see how they communicate if it's like this. Of course, you won't question it if your stock is okay. When your stock is going up and down like a yo-yo, being manipulated all day, that's when everybody cares. Like, just an example, now GTI went from 105, 106. They drop all the bids and they offer him 14 at $1. This is all make-believe trading. All it is trying to get you to sell. No one's selling it. The only people that are playing games here with the market makers are the crooks. And that's why I used to have the phone calls for those who are just joining. I had the phone call at 3:30 every day because the Kramers used to manipulate the stock always into the close. That's their MO. They want to mark it down at the close so people get discouraged. So we used to have a call every day at 3:30 to 4. Excuse me, at 3:40 to 4. I didn't go this long. Just to show you the manipulation and what they try to do every day, trying to mark it down for 100 shares, whatever they try to do to get the lowest price. They were doing that at 60 cents, 54 cents. This isn't a new game. We've seen it 1,000 times before. The company's doing everything possible to force the issue. Upstream, they're working on it. What are they going to do on Upstream? They're going to give out a coupon. What's the coupon worth? Coupon's going to be for a discount of the law firm. Okay? Make it $1,000. Every share you're short, you got to give $1,000. You're going to lose $1,000 on these trades. You think it's stupid? If you're short, you owe the coupon and the compensation. That's how it's going to work. They can keep playing, but again, they're going to walk away, and E-Trade and Schwab and everybody else is going to take the bullet on it. That's what the game is about. It's unfortunate, but you have to go into a bag of tricks and keep playing this game. That just shows you how broken the system is. And if you play any name, I don't give a damn what stock you're playing, you better be quick because they see how fast they take it away. They control it. They're like Julius Caesar. They can put a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Okay? I spoke about BRAG. They have a debenture with Lynn Partners. I beg all short sellers, if you're on the phone call, go to Field on it. $3 stock. This company can't support it. Whack it down. Short it. Where's the SEC? Lynn Partners has a $10 million note with these guys. The only way Lynn gets their money back is by selling the stock short and then buy it back on a conversion. It's $3. Not one short seller is attacking it. Why? Short sellers only play in their backyard when they know they're protected. No one's going to naked short a stock, millions of shares, unless they can control the debenture. GTII, the Kramers control the debenture. They got paid off. They have no control. Anybody else joining this show, okay, playing in this sandbox, is at risk of being blown up with the Kramers. BRAG, no one's shorting it. That thing should be $2 by now. Hit every bid. Because you know Lynn's got to buy it back. Lynn's got to get their money out of this deal. No one sells it. I called it out 50 times. Kill it. I could kill less. Run in front of Lynn. No one does anything about it. I don't know this company at all. I know they met with Lynn the day the truck was out in front of them. I know they're concerned, and they deserve to get destroyed for keep dealing with them. And the shareholders, any shareholders in that company should be running away from anything this company does. Lynn. We put their names are up there. Everyone can see it on the truck. They're a disgrace. They could care less. So why should we care about it? But again, GTI is doing everything in their power to make sure these guys get roasted. Okay, now you can see it's off the back of the dollar. Another odd lot, ODD, odd, 1460. These are codes back and forth that these guys pass back and forth to each other. Okay? They just go back and forth with the same stock back and forth. Unless someone sticks a buy order in it, they just go back and forth and keep crossing and washing trades. The illusion that they're sellers in the stock. And the code is 4-60, the odd lot. Right? If you put an order in when you sell it like that, most of the time your 60 doesn't show up. All right, so this is how they communicate. I keep trying to tell people that. This is what they do. It just traded and it's 14.12, so someone bought 48 shares. Okay, you can see the numbers never change. They always got a number out there, and that's the code. This is how they work. Trigger motion, I'll just switch that for a second. The company's fully funded, got great fundamentals, everything is great, listed on the NASDAQ. Every metal you can possibly get. If someone keeps selling the stock down. You can't even stay up a quarter. Lynn Partners trapped in the stock. The company hired legal advice to go after these guys. Look how hard it is. All right, now you can see GTI got the crazy numbers on both sides of the fence. CRTD, I just looked at that for a second. 59,999, 72,713. I wouldn't be surprised to see a wash of that trade soon. Someone hit that big. Someone's going to have exactly 73,713, and they're going to hit the bid. That's how stupid these guys are. I keep trying to tell everyone, these guys are just monkeys with a sell. All they do is hit a sell button. They have not a brain between them. When they get called for a dividend, what do? They'll just say, we don't deliver it, and the brokerage firms protect them. Okay? That's why GTI did their dividend in a strange way where you had to get it. I spoke to my good friend in Arkansas today. Told him that the share, and once he converts it, he has to pay for it. It'll take a year, which is restricted. Completely false information. And he never converted his warrants because of that. The reason he couldn't convert them because they never had them. How does anyone combat all the stuff that goes on? These guys change the rules as the game goes on. The game goes on. They change the rules. The SEC, the brokerage firms. You need to be 10 steps ahead of them. And trust me, the people I have, we have 10 steps. We're working on things down the road 5 months ahead of this stuff already. If you think that upstream is the final nail in the coffin, we do have it. We got others that we're coming out with. I can't trust the SEC. The truck's right in front of their building. These people have no shame. They know that everyone on this call is being robbed and they could care less. And we've done everything possible. And then we're going to continue to do everything possible. We're not going away until they fold. Okay, I understand. I can't stop the stock going down. But, as always told, Vegas doesn't pay out till the game's over. All right? And this game is far from over. All the shares they sold, it went from 60 cents. They knocked it down from $4.50 to 60 cents. We turned it around and went to $9. They beat us back down again. But the company's a completely different company now. Got over $3 million in cash. They're working on a merger agreement with the law firm, and they're working with Upstream and whatever else they get up their sleeve that's coming out. They're not going away. This company, these guys are making believe this is the company. This is the company 2 years ago, and it didn't have the money. Now they have the money. I hear people every day trying to raise a company today. NOV something raised $2.5 million. And one of them having to give all kinds of warrants away at 40 cents. GTI raised money at $275. Tony Mayo and the Kramers were calling up begging to borrow money, buying it at, I think it was 75 cents to $1 when they called. I can't remember the date. This company raised it at a high level, $275. And I hope the people that did do it sold their shares and bought it back on the conversion. All right, so they were profitable. And the company's fully funded now. The company has money for 2 years. And they're going to have a monster business as soon as they close the transaction. Look at the chance of life this company has now that it didn't have a year ago, 2 years ago, when the Kramers were trying to put it out. Finger motion market, watch the CEO, see the market, see who they're dealing with, the big insurance companies in the world. And someone's sitting on top of it, and it's fully funded. I think it's got like $12-15 million in the bank now. And yet they keep selling it down like it's going out of business. Every day. The 115 million shares short in that name. CRTV. The CEO says he has enough fundamental value to get listed on the New York Stock Exchange. He's not just throwing it out of his ass. He knows what he has. I don't know what it is. But CEOs don't say things like that. He was given a chance in life to stock it up, and Liz Partners in the short knocking it back down. This is a disgrace. The U.S. equity markets is a disgrace. Every company you invest in is manipulated. Sorry to tell you this, but that's a fact. All right? The companies that I'm talking to are back hard, and they're willing to listen and try whatever it takes to expose the criminals. And they will. I can't promise you can't just flip a switch and it happens tomorrow. GTI and the short was, whatever the short was before, just keeps growing. And not only that, they get less money for it. They continue to sell it down. Yeah, they're trying to rush to get out the door now, marking it down because it's the end of the month. They're giving the CFO, hurry up, sell it down. We need to knock this 97 cents, 92 cents. Remember, they got to show their investors or whatever, their prime broker, that they're in good financial shape. They're hopefully something will happen, in the next 2 weeks that'll change the story for them. But this is the attacks. We got these attacks always at the end of the month. Always. We've always seen this. Their patterns are the same. Nothing changes. Everyone on the phone's got to understand these things. This is what happens. Okay? I can't say every month they're going to knock it down. Some months they can't knock it down. But this is at a complete bear race. It's unbelievable. They just want to keep selling it lower. I told you before, real shorts let the stocks go up. Naked shorts push them down. You'll watch the naked shorts trying to push it down to break your back. That's it. And you can push it below $1. They can do whatever they want. This is giving you more shares to buy. If you want to buy them, that's your prerogative. The CRT bid is still there. Anyway, listen, have a great night. We're not going away. You can see the manipulation. I will try our best, but there's many tricks to come out. I put up Felix the Cat, and all the people here know it. Always has tricks in his bag. We're not going away. We're running it past some heavy-duty lawyers. My friends have spoken with FINRA and Fortune today on single motion. The truck is right in front of the SEC, right in their lobby again. Embarrassing them. They're a disgrace. I don't know how they walk out of that building. They're a disgrace. They handled one. You go to SEC.gov. They handled one case in the last 3 weeks. I can walk in New York City today. They found people. They're arresting people for counterfeiting sneakers. $10 million worth of fake luxury goods from the guys hanging out in the corners. I said this to Charlie Kane. I can bring in two groups, Liz Partners and the Kramers, and billions of dollars sold. There's two of them. Right here. No one even looked. Counterfeiting stocks, no big deal. Counterfeiting pair of sneakers, they'll rope you in and put you in jail for it. This country is a mess. It's a disgrace that you have your money in this marketplace, and you're losing your kids' money, and people look at me like I'm doing it. I have nothing to do with it. I can't stop it. We're doing our best to fight back, and look what they're doing. Like you can see them, they're starting to whack the stock down. I got to stay on the phone. It's 353, and I have to walk it through with you. You can see them just keep trying to move it down. These aren't real sellers. This is them. They're hitting anybody who puts a bid up there, and the selling just keeps coming back down. Print it. Okay, tomorrow's another day. The game isn't over yet. It hit the bid already. Again, listen, it's hard for me to watch it also, and I understand it, but again, at the end of the month, these guys have a motive to try to mark it down as best they can. And you can just see the sell orders just keep getting bigger and bigger. These are all fake. It's all make-believe. Okay, they hit the bid, and they just keep offering more and more. When a bid shows up, everything stops. Anyway, listen, have a great night. And I apologize. I can only do so much. I'm trying everything I can. And we're going to stay strong. We'll get them. Have a good night.
Yeah, this isn't real, Jay. It's not real. Poor boy is, no. Yeah, the mission is to defeat him, but I'd like you guys to make money. Oh, poor guy. Maybe. I don't think it's going to hit 65, but maybe. I would say he's not very happy. No, he's not. Hey, John. Yeah, it's not fun for anybody. This is all fraud, as he says. And it shouldn't be allowed. If these people were in a brokerage firm, they'd be fired. If they were in an investment bank, they'd be fired. But since they're out giving commissions to investment banks, you know, prime brokers, no one does anything. I know. I wish my account were down 10 grand. Compared, I mean, I'm just saying, it's awful. It's just awful. What I really, exactly, les chez assistants. That's something I was talking with a friend of mine about. This isn't going to go on forever, and maybe that's why Lou's hitting and running from, you know, like Pac-Man. Maybe because it's not going to last. It's not going to last forever. They won't allow too many. Yeah, don't give up. I was talking to another friend of mine today who's in these stocks, and he said, just remember, and he listed the 3 things off on GTI, the 2 or 3 things on Finger, he only knew 1 or so things on CRTD. And just, you know, it hasn't changed. And just remember how you feel right now. So when the stock is back up, maybe you don't want to hold out for the big numbers. Maybe you just want to have a small profit and be able to sleep at night, you know? So just remember this. No, JB, what I meant was the idea that you can go from one over-the-counter stock to the next one, to the next one, to the next one. That's what I meant. But absolutely, this has been going on 22 months in GTII. Absolutely. Still holding. I know the losses are on paper, Dylan, but wow, you got out at 9? No, I believe you. I'm not saying you're lying. I believe you. I had some friends that did it. 4 friends of mine that I got in at different levels. 5 got out. And you know, I told him, great, but I said, that's a risk that it squeezes. See, the thing is, we don't know when it's going to squeeze. We don't know when it's going to squeeze. That's a good point, Mike M. We already paid the entrance ticket. Might as well see. Well, 25K is a lot of money, JP. I was thinking about that on my, you know, coming back here. It's not going to go, well, it could snap back quickly, but it's probably going to be, William got out also. I don't know what you're talking about, but I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. Who bans first? Yeah, that's right. I mean, you don't lose till you sell, but here's Jeff with some humor. He's saying, I don't like those Kramers very much. Wow, Raven. See, some of you are excellent traders. You guys are excellent traders with a T. Some of you, it's amazing. You don't need any help. I'm impressed. Ding, 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 ding. I didn't sign in. Ron Escobar, okay. Ron Escobar. I don't know how to contact you, but all right. I'm looking for a feeling. I'm high, I'm believing that you're in love with me. I have to re-sign in to give you I only contact the pretty ladies. Well, I should. But all of a sudden, well, Scott, they could solve it in 4 days. They also could solve it arresting one person and putting them in jail, just one, and the rest of the street would clean up. But their incentive, maybe I'm still open here without having to sign back in. No, I do. Looks like, God, 99 cents. So whoever said, yeah, Matthew, it was. Whoever said, all right, Dylan, thank you. Whoever said that GTII was going to go under $1 was right. All right. I don't know, Aladdin. I guess that's how it's spelled. I'm pretty sure if Ham is mentioning it, someone has told him that's the idea. You fat 300, we all know that I sold. Do I look like I sold? Anyway, what was I just answering? Can't remember what I was answering. Yeah, he wants his walk. Was I just trying to answer for somebody? I'm too tired. Yeah, I'll try not to. It's just hard. I mean, if I don't try to look at them all, I miss something, and then I'm being rude if I don't know. It's just, the coupon. If Ham's mentioning it, I think that's what the idea is, which would be giving, because they've tried everything, and you know, what I suggested is they should give the next warrant distribution as a digital dividend, but that, you know, I don't have that line to GTII. So, and I never heard back that idea was accepted. But what they're thinking of doing is giving out a coupon, for example, here for each share, which is surprising, but maybe they do it per 10 shares, but the goal is to just have it as a big number, as a digital dividend, $500 off your legal bill. So if you have 1,000 shares, I suppose you get 500,000 off. I don't know. I don't know the details of it, but it's meant to be a big number, so that the shareholders, the brokers have to buy in. Well, that's the thing, Century. They don't know anything. That the Kramers want you to think. I wish I had the picture. There's a picture of a bunch of knuckleheads in a room that are, they're about as bright as, I don't know, Gomer Pyle or something. But they're just, and they're not doing any research. They don't know anything. And the other thing is the volume of selling, it's not anybody that owns the stock. These are fraudulent, made up shares. So they don't know anything about GTII. The only thing they know that we don't know is they know they're going to sell, and they're manipulating it. Well, I think GTII, once the Kramers stop this bear raid, which could happen at any time, I think there's whales buying, obviously. Guys, everybody, wow, 88 cents. Everybody's under tension. It's tense for me too. Exactly, Flora. And then imagine when you have a whole firm that's being abused by short selling, and the whole firm is lawyers. Yeah, close to $1. They want to get it to $1. To stay on NASDAQ. But well, Jonathan, that's News Wars. Yeah, well, even if you did it for byline vol trades, even you did it for part of your position, that's just, it's tremendous trading. It's tremendous trading. It really is. It's up there with the pros. Yeah, I know. I need to go take a nap. Exactly. They'll build their case. But somebody said something, and now I'm forgetting what they said. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, you're absolutely right. It seems like they can keep doing it. Pablo Escobar thought he could keep selling cocaine worldwide. I don't know. It just, when you're breaking the law, eventually it stops. But you're exactly right. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I'm tired. I might just call it early here. Of my stature. One would have to go, very nice to meet you, Gloria. Normally, one would have to go to a bowling alley to meet someone of your stature. I'm not going to talk about COSM, and no, I have no position in it. That it frightens me that it's going to be a pump and dump investigation. I could be wrong, but it frightens me. So, which doesn't say anything about being in the stock. It's just I don't want to be. I just wash my hands of it. Okay. I'll try 5 more minutes. I know. Silence from all of you is golden. Skinny whale. Skinny whale. I don't know if it is Rocket Man. I don't know if it is. Just telling you. Yeah, it is. It's fine. I don't mind putting it. It's. I'm not making any judgment. I'm not making any judgment. Yeah, I know. I know. I know. It's amazing. It's amazing. Sometimes you're on a losing streak. Not you guys. Not you guys. It's like, I can't believe. I mean, these are heavy blows in these stocks. And this damage is real. The only thing that'll turn it around is there'll be a better day. There'll be a better day. And you don't have to get it back all at once. You just have a good day tomorrow and a decent day the following day, and then we move on. Let me see what that says. Yeah, that's right, Maman. I've done that. I've gotten in early. I didn't get in on the last one early, but I've gotten in early before. The upstream application is being, I guarantee you, well, how can I guarantee you? But I believe fully that the upstream application is going to be moved as quickly forward as possible. But it sounds like some of the delay is that it has to go through approval process, that maybe it merged on, it's not just a matter of calling up the CEO and, hey, can you rubber stamp that? They got to do it properly, and they got to check things. And it's like going to the DMV. If you get upset and say, where's my license? You know who I am. I've been here a long time. I've got an appointment. They don't do anything for you. If you go in and you just patiently wait, take your number, go sit over there, sir. Okay, how long is it going to be? We'll call you when you're ready. And then fill out this form. Okay, sir, now go over to the cashier, wait there, pay that form. When that's paid, go over, get your picture taken, wait in line there. Okay, and then go wait over there, and then pick up your license, but they'll call your name when it's ready. And before you know it, 4 hours have gone by at the DMV when you're like, I want it right now. I want it now. Now. I'm important. I have... It just doesn't work that way. It just doesn't work that way. Well, Jonathan Che, the margin call's gone. There isn't one. They took the stock down from $9 down to $1. Any margin call's gone. It's all gone. Oh, Alicia, don't have a crap day. Don't have a crap day. No, the U.S. apparently does not have a say in the approval process. this merge thing, which I don't totally understand. Here, okay, see you guys. Let me check the time. All right, it's 4:15. The Techno Show will new all times in about a month, just like they showed that dip this week. Okay, I'll look at Arca channel. I'll look. But Alicia, don't be down today, and don't feel like you had a bad day. That it's gonna last forever. I got up at 4 o'clock this morning, and this isn't easy, despite that guy, what he said. It isn't easy for any of us. So what's 80 cents tomorrow? Wood stonk. Some stocks would be good if they're 80 cents tomorrow. Other stocks would be bad. But it's incredible to me that a couple of criminals can just organize a raid and do this kind of damage. Tomorrow is another day. Yeah, I'd like it to recover a bit. And I would like Alicia, you're a hero. But anyway, all right. I apologize. I can't even remember the question. That's nice. That's a nice prayer, and I think people will be okay. I think, I want to read what that said again. It's been several days of downside. And yes, it is M2. And I'm afraid, I'm trying to look at it. I'm not, but trying to be. Oh, Alicia. You need a, I don't know what, a horse ride. How do you say that? How do you pronounce the Republic of Seychelles? It's in, I think it's in the Pacific Ocean. You should never, a man's got to know his limitations. You're a good man, and a good man's got to know his limitations. Your voice is low. Sometimes you got to get plumb mad dog mean. Because that's all that separates you from living and dying. And that's just the way it is. Just got out of the factory. I think you had a better day than we did. I can't recap the trading so much because I was following the truck around. And I'm trying to think of one item that would be a big recap. And I would just say the main thing, I guess, I don't know what, it feels like nothing's different today than it was. Thank you, KYPYT. Why did they wait so long to knock us down? Well, I think it's a function of a few things. I think one, they wait till the retail buying burns itself out. And in this case, it took a couple, 3 weeks. And then I think there was a lot, they saw the dissension, and don't be surprised if they didn't pay for some of the dissension somehow. But they saw all the dissension. They may have fomented it, that word that everyone uses. It's the end of the month, so they want to get their books looking good for their clients so they can defraud their clients, in my judgment. Just bullshit, BS their clients. The prime brokers want to get their balances in shape. FINRA's coming. People are coming to look and see if all margin calls are met and all of that. So they want to get that cleaned up by the end of the month. I also wonder if all these shorts try to help each other out, because they all know if they keep the game going, it's good for each of them at the end of the month. And in this case, I think it's possible that Alpine Brokerage got in trouble. It seems like Wells Fargo got in trouble. It seems like Fidelity got in trouble. So maybe they were, helping out, so to speak. But I also think it became, once it started going down, once it breaks certain levels, they just know they can push it down. And we've spent our money. Most of us have spent our money. And that's why, in one way, Lou's strategy of trying to make some coin in another place and bring that back, it adds new ability to fight. But I don't know why they waited this long. I think they waited till there was as little resistance as possible. Yeah, I think I keep trying to think what is going to make the regulatory bodies react. And I've told you before that there were, a certain presidency decided that along with his Treasury Secretary and a Republican Congress, decided that the best thing with the markets was to just let them regulate themselves. And that attitude has lasted and lasted and lasted. And he's a good, smooth talker, and people like him and remember everything is great. He's so smart. But that attitude of just let the markets regulate themselves has carried on. And I don't know how to get the regulators to actually do anything. This idea that the market will correct this. How do you correct it? You just saw over the last 5 or 6 days that Kurt Kramer in GTII sold stock that didn't exist, and he had his market makers do it, to the tune, I bet over the last 5 days, it's almost 10 million shares that just do not exist. And buyers came in, but the thing is, you couldn't buy, if you decided tomorrow, let's just get the Kramers. Let's go in and buy 20 million shares, but let's tell the brokerage firm that will deliver the money in 35 days. But let's just go buy it. You can't do it. So the playing field is not level. How are we going to get the regulatory bodies to do anything? Congress is all bought and paid for. The Democratic Party is bought by the banks, from Hillary Clinton to Bill Clinton to Barack Obama to Jill and Joe Biden, Hunter Biden. They're all bought. So I don't. Maxine Waters, Nancy Pelosi. I just don't see that Congress is going to ever enforce regulations. So how do we do it? I just don't know. I think getting educated and being able to ask the questions in meetings, because most of them don't even understand it, eventually the tide will turn. Yeah, D. Deef, that's very smart, D. Deef. Deef is making the best point. I told you there was a guy named Jack McCarthy. He'd get on the Squawk Box. He was like him. Get on. We'd all listen. He was with the Lord Abbott Funds. He'd talk to us about once a month. And when the market crashed and everyone was gloomy, he got on and he said, I'll never forget it. It's an obvious thing, but he's the one I heard it from. He said, sentiment can change on a dime. And he had a Boston accent. Sentiment can change on a dime. And that's what can happen. The mood can change right away and the buying can run. That's probably right, Amazing. What's this question? Can they just short GTII down to zero? Sure, this is what let me see if it's still trading. This is what happened to this company, HPIL. They shorted it into oblivion. Shorted it, and they got lawyers and they settled. Shorted it into 0.0000001. That's what Kramers want to do, short it down to zero. But how does a stock go to zero if it has a law firm that's generating 60 to 80 million in revenue a year? How does it go to zero? Oh, it's in Africa. Which side of Africa, though? Is it the Indian Ocean? Moon River. Da, 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 da. Da, da, da. Yeah, it is. Now that you say it, I think I know where it is. I think I know where it is now in my head. There, wow, look at that. Who is this? Woodstock. August 8th, MEGL stock went up to 249. Now it's trading at 228. Hey, Abdul Razik. Kim Hansen. Ooh, that sell. That smell of death surrounds you. Well, you know what'll be funny? Do I think Citadel is shorting? No, but I think it's possible. These are lowlifes that don't know how to do anything else in life. And they live an outsized life by stealing. And they think they're smart. They're selling it down from 9 to 8 to 7 to 6 to 5 to 4 to 2 to 1. And they're big, puffed up, powerful men. But all they're doing is breaking the law. All they're doing is colluding. Racketeering and Influence Corruption Act. And it's all there. And just because Gary Gensler has, what's that movie, Ghostbusters? Well, Dickless here didn't. Is that true? Yes, this man has no dick. Well, just because Gary Gensler is a milquetoast doesn't mean that what these guys do is not criminal. It's criminal. How can there be so much volume? There isn't so much volume. It's all fake. It's all fake. Kramer, LLC #1, calls down to OTSX. Sell at any price. 1 million shares. Okay, done. Charlie Mayo calls Kramer, LLC #2 and says, call down, buy 1 million shares from LLC number one, from the market maker. They got a different market maker. You make sure you buy from OTCX. Let's say it's CDL. Cross it. Well, no money changed hands from the market. All that happened is the money came in from the sell in one LLC. The other LLC crossed it, and they're moving things around. And it happens all day long. Happens all day long. I think GTII is going to hire an attorney. I think GTII is going, I'm over $1 million. Because, guys, who is this? DM425 Investor. Guys, you're just like that movie with that Bloom character. You still have faith in the system. Kurt Kramer can create shares out of thin air. It's like punching a paper bag. It's like pounding sand. You're getting nowhere. The only thing is going to stop is when they take the computer from the criminal. And they haven't done it yet. And he's all self-assured and walking in because he's surrounded by criminals. And his whole ecosystem is full of criminals. And he has people look up to him because he's got money, which is the stupidest reason to look up to anybody. I don't know what catching smoke. I don't know what the cost to borrow is. They're not borrowing. They're not borrowing. They are not borrowing. They are selling shares that don't. It's so hard. It's so hard. Oh, God. This guy is sending a message. Let me see what it says. Heavy denial did not help you or your audience. I hope they have funds for 70 cents, 85 cents. Instead of buying and waiting for 5,000, laughing my ass off. That's his message. Well, they can control their own destiny as long as the regulatory authorities look the other way. Remember, the market makers have no compliance against this. They just take the orders from the crook. Remember, the prime broker is in collusion with the crook. Remember, the crook's clients, the 600 million they supposedly have, they're all crooks too. They just choose kind of not to look that way. The prime broker is a crooked prime broker, lends the crooks money. Everyone along the way is a crook. It's a big fraternity of crooks. And so they decide, well, we're going to drive it down to $1, and they're all, hey, I warned you. I told you. You're just sitting there laughing my ass off. They're all crooks. It's like your living room got full of a bunch of thugs, and all of a sudden you couldn't control your own house. It's the same. They're just thugs. That's all they are, is thugs. But why should you be in the trade? Maybe you shouldn't. Maybe you shouldn't, JDP 072162. Maybe you shouldn't. But I think that maybe I'm the one that still has hope in the system. But I think that the brokerage firms who are unrelated to Kurt Kramer, like Fidelity, like Wells Fargo. They don't want to be criminal, although they are complicit. But when there's a dividend that cannot be delivered, they don't want to be caught out. So their only choice is to buy in. And the reason the Kramers are selling more shares, I'm just going to look. I don't know what today was, what the volume was today. But they can be all proud of themselves. But they know they're breaking the law. Why do they have lawyers from the white-collar criminal defense firm? Okay, from the 28th, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, at least 11 million shares, maybe 12, in the last month have been sold that don't exist. It's criminal. It's criminal. And the rest of it is crossing trades. And they're proud of themselves. Proud because they're able to manipulate this down. It's like that's like stealing from an elderly woman and being proud of it, or taking candy from a baby. But why are we in the trade? I think because we're going to force the buy-in. We're going to force the buy-in. And you've seen other buy-ins. Why is it going down? Because Kurt Kramer is selling millions of shares each day that don't exist. He's mastering 5 or 6 market makers all at the same time to drive it down. And then they cross the trades to pay each other out of the prime broker's account or one of their own accounts, and out of the proceeds. And in the past, it's always worked because they get the stock. Did I show you HPIL? Did I show you that? This is the net effect of borrowing money from Power Up Lending in a convertible note. So they short the stock, they strip the market cap of the company all the way down. Whether it's 5 million, 200 million, they drive it all the way down. And the investor, you guys, go, oh, it's Lou's fault, it's Bill's fault, it's Ham's fault. No, it's these freaking criminals' fault. But it is a good question. Why are we in it? And I don't think it's a bad question at all. I don't. I think I think about it because do we really want to be the ones that fight the whole world? We just want to make money. But I think we're in this because the Kramers are about to fall. This is a sign of their weakness, not a sign of their strength. CMKX, largest naked short in the history of the world. What does that mean? They never covered it? CMKX. Yeah, we're in it to make money, and I think we can catch these guys out. I think we can force. Kurt Kramer has broken the law, in my judgment. He hasn't paid taxes properly, or if he has, he's going to be investigated. He's going to have to prove he has. Order tickets are being mismarked. Wire fraud, racketeering, I'm trying to think, unregistered securities dealing, all sorts of breaking of securities law, securities fraud. But Gary Gensler is worried about Kim Kardashian's caboose. We need an Elliot Ness, not a Barney Fife. Anyway, I don't know. I think it's a good question. Why are we in it? I'm in it. Originally, I thought it'd be a quick trade. So it's not a bad question. Why are we in it? I still think when the squeeze comes, you got to cover 220 million shares. CMKX, right? CMKX. Maybe it's already closed out. Or maybe it's a past one. I can't imagine. I can't imagine how more difficult it'd be, but or less difficult. All I know, it's been a nerve-shattering experience for me, sir. They are. Have you ever gotten an attorney that doesn't have to tell you how smart he is or she is, and they know how to do it? They don't care about justice. They just want to get entered into evidence enough facts so they can win, so they can make their commission. I love the idea of an attorney, but really an attorney is just coming in to glom onto whatever piece of the action they can get. It's such a yeah, there are no consequences until there are. Bernie Madoff got away with it for a long, long time. This pipsqueak bankster fraud, Sam Bankster fraud, he got away with it for quite a while. Kramers have gotten away with it for at least 11 or 12 years and possibly much longer. They got away with it. Easy money. No one was looking. Markets going up. Let's not worry. Guess what? It was Warren Buffett, of course, that said, when the tide goes out, you see who's not wearing any clothes. I always remember that Winston Churchill used to, when he went into battle as a colonel or whatever during World War I, he would have a bathtub brought to the tent and have hot water poured. Or if he were later in life going over there, he'd go down to the sea and walk into the Mediterranean naked, and there'd be all these photographers. And he grumbled one time, I don't see what all the fuss is about. I'm no bathing beauty, he said. But you're going to find out who aren't bathing beauties now that everything's tightening up. Prime brokers are going to fall. And the thing is, the Kramers aren't the only ones that are out there greedy. They're just the most blatant and the most desperate. You don't see the Lind Partners hiring a bunch of bashers, sending DIC pics to me just to intimidate me. The Lind Partners isn't doing that because they want to be seen. They want a future on Wall Street. Kurt Kramer doesn't care. He just wants to make money. It's all he wants, make money. It's all he wants. Blow off one client, let's go get another one. I don't know. That's a good one. That's a good one. The tide always goes out before the tsunami comes. I don't know how they're keeping I don't know how they're keeping finger down. I don't drink often, only when I'm alone or with someone. My dad was a workaholic. Oh yeah, oh yeah. When you mention work, he had a drink. I joined Alcoholics Anonymous. Oh yeah, but I still drink. I just use somebody else's name. These are the ones I can remember from Rodney Dangerfield. I know I'm dying too, Cryptic Trader. I don't know if you noticed I think it's this eye that's been, twitching. I'm dying too. I wonder, I mean, they killed GTII, and they may have broken the back of it. But I apologize, I already forgot the name. But remember that all the Kramers have done in the last sort of 3-4 weeks is sell another 12 million shares. So that don't exist. They've added it to the pile that needs to be bought back. Of course, your question is, will it ever be bought back? Well, the system, what the Kramers do, like to HPIL and other companies, they bury it so they don't buy it back. And maybe they go on for 10 or 15 years. But nothing goes away on Wall Street. There's another side. Every share that the Kramers sold, you guys bought. You have rights on the other side of every single trade. It doesn't go away. They want you to think they won. Big men, big men. You could do what they do. All you'd have to be is dishonest, not care about anybody, be willing to steal, shrug off some bad comments, threaten, bully, get a lawyer so that you settled with the SEC when it fell apart, and then just go find customer after customer, kill every customer you have financially, and go after them, and just keep going. Hire a boardroom. Thick skin, don't care. You could do it. You could do it. You could do it. They're not geniuses. In fact, they're pretty dumb. But they have a system, and it involves just stealing. And the fact is, the system works for Goldman Sachs, Ken Griffin, and others, and people like Kurt Kramer just abuse it to the maximum. I think it would make you Buck Trimmer. I don't know. It wouldn't. See. Let me see that. It went too quickly. Joe Forgione. It's a good point. It's a good point. The CEO at COSM I don't know how he got them. I guess he put some money up in an offering, but he got a slug of 12-cent warrants. And I guess the rumor is, I'm hearing, they're going to announce that he's buying shares at some, a little bit of shares at a higher price. Well, the difference is in GTII, the CEO has been buying at significant prices. He bought those dollar shares when the stock was 60 cents. No, I know GTII. I know. I was just comparing. I was trying to compare why GTIILIVE's purchases are so impressive, because he was buying above the market. Exactly, Buck. Actually, that's a little deeper than than I first read it. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. There's some other point there that I missed now. My brain just, it's not firing on all cylinders. Lucky is just getting to be a senior citizen of the dog world. Yeah, imagine if we could just buy with fake money. Yeah, I don't see who's asking that, but yes. Two things Kurt Kramer's trying to do. One is to get you to sell. The other thing he wants you to do, because these guys don't want you to make money. The other thing he's trying to do is get you to sell short of higher targets when it goes back up. But yes, I think in a squeeze it can go to 1,000 or higher. But the key is my projections have always been based on a squeeze happening. So the real question you should ask is, do you believe a squeeze can happen? And I do. That's exactly OTC. Robert Gonzalez. I don't know what to think about that. Because now that it's 95 cents, and this is what drives me crazy about auditors and lawyers. They don't realize by just plodding along, these market things are happening. But the good side of it is that there's more stock to buy back. Just this 12 million that they sold in the last 20 trading days, when they stop selling and they buy back 12 million shares, it'll be $15, $21 easily, just on that. Might even be higher once the Kramers stop selling. Well, I know. See, that's what I don't know who said that, but that's exactly what Kramer wants. Just show me the $8 again, and I'll be, whew, I got out. That's what he wants. But what Kramer doesn't know is for all the stock we own, all the stock we bought, even if we sold it all, he's got to buy back another 175 million shares. It's still going to go to the moon. What's that? Okay, I don't know what. God, all this. Yeah, by the way, if it goes back to 9, if it goes back to 9, it's going to go much, much higher. I don't know, Roberto. I understand. I mean, it just breaks your will seeing it go down. They drove it down in, 5 or 6 trading days. And all right, Woodstone, I don't know. I don't even know what a timeout is, but I'll see. Cryptic trader, I think I have some thoughts on that, and I'm going to keep them to myself. I'm just going to keep them to myself. Oh, I see. How long does it last? I hope it's... You're going to get mad, but I'm going to make a joke. I hope it's not contagious. Just kidding. You know, how long does it last? Wow. I know. I just, you know, guys, I was talking. Didn't I sell? I'm just like you guys. Why didn't I sell and buy it back? But the fact is, we didn't have perfect information when it was $7. And we didn't know the auditors were going to dally in the valley. And I can dally. And it's still, GTI is going to have these, wow, married? Are you getting married, Fabian? Oh, man. That's just wonderful. That's just wonderful. That is just wonderful. Congratulations. Give her a big hug. Well, that's, you know, I don't know if I said it, because I taped a couple of calls before I went out and I didn't put them up. But it's kind of like Lou gives and Lou taketh away. And the stock's not down because Lou, whatever's happening is happening. I don't know. That's not why the stock's down. It accelerated it, but this sell-off was going to come. They were going to, the bickering didn't help. But it's mostly, it's not so much the back and forth. It was a clear signal to Kurt Kramer or the other shorts that got involved. There might be new ones, that there was no more money coming in. Once Lou made it clear, no more money, at least for now, and a bunch of people are bickering, and it looked like they're not going to put up any more money. Other people saying, I'm down, and well, then they knew that's a good time to attack because there's not going to be much buying. But the fact is, there has been buying. From what I've listened to him the last few calls, it sounds like 2.5 million shares have been bought by whales. So I'm not sure. I don't want to say it doesn't matter, but the Kramers were going to try to do this anyway. Well, I don't know. It's the company. I mean, Lou said that. Lou attacked AMC, and now he's attacking GTII. And if the next one doesn't work, what he's going to do. I don't think it's the company in the case of GTII. I think it's the shorts. It's the shorts. It's the criminals. That's what I think it is. I mean, that company... yeah, I mean, I think Lou did a good job telling you to buy at 18 or at I can't remember if it was 18 or 20 cents. It's a pretty impressive recommendation. I know Avid did, and Avid also, I think Avid got in at 6 and out at. It's pretty damn impressive too. Yeah, Avid, yeah. Moon Market, and there was another guy named Rocco or something. Married with children was broken a long time ago. I wish, I don't know. There's some people I don't like to be around, but I would love to have a house full of people and kids running around and a wife. Having Lou or Bill Lycos' mouthpiece. Ah, I didn't know that. I've never spoken to Bill Lycos. I think he has a good neck, and I think he's got good information. And, information's valuable. Ryan, it's a big beating. Yeah, just have a prenup. I'll tell you what, if I ever sell, the stock will go up. Now, Avid seems to have a strong spine. Oh, Bill did? Okay. And he was nice, wasn't he? I remember now that you say it. You need a sacrifice, right? Yeah, you'll remember me. Sure. I'll trust you. All right. I'm so tired, but I'm going to go walk the best boy in the whole world who will go out. He'll be all excited, and we'll go by Le Diplomat, and there's all the waiters and waitresses there, and he'll just walk up, cock his head, and he'll get 2 treats. And then we cross the street. We go in front of the real estate office. He gets a treat there. And then he takes me down to the hardware store, and he gets 2 treats there. And then we go to the flower shop, and he gets a treat there. And smelling different things, to the liquor store, and he gets a treat there. And then hopefully the other hardware store is open. He walks in wagging his tail, and he gets a treat there or 2. And then Asian fish store, and they give him 2 treats. That's what's ahead. Yeah, that's true, Larry. I'm starting to think we're well, you might not be wrong, Elijah. You might not be wrong. He is a lucky boy. He hurt his paw. Now he's hopping down. He's very smart about that. He never forgets where he got a treat. And with his face, he figures he can get a treat from anybody. Live and learn. Anyway, you guys, you're champs going through this. They want us to second guess. And I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Tomorrow's a new day. Type yes in the chat if you want to take a walk with Lucky Boy. That's right, huh? They all want to take you on a walk. They all want to take him on a walk. Dogs are the best. And first, when you first get the dog, you're like, oh no, this is going to be such a commitment. This is so much work. But then you're going to find yourself, all you want to do is get your dog. So, yeah, all right. I really wish it's probably too much to ask for that everybody makes money in the stock market. Some gotta win, some gotta lose. Charlie's got the blues. Yeah, I hope the catalysts are, you are so cute. We'll go. And anyway, so I'm gonna mosey down the trail and it's not very energizing. Anyway, we'll talk to you guys tomorrow. All right, I'll wait until you finish that with DD. Oh, you're a good boy. You're a good boy. You're a good boy. You are. I love you. I love you. All right, so I guess that's the end of that conversation. All right. Is Ham doing a call today? Yeah, no lipstick. Ham already did the call. You can rewind this and see it. And no, American Dream wasn't built on salaries. All right, I'm gonna go. We'll talk later.